Welcome to this explainer on managing AI in the real business world. We've got a ton of ground to cover today, so let's just dive right in, starting with a pretty crucial reality check. By the end of Foundation Module 4, it probably felt as though we had taught you everything about AI. Then came the presentation defense, and the questions reminded us that producing an AI-supported answer and defending it are two very different skills. I mean, think about it. You've already used AI to analyze cases, tweak your prompts, check evidence, spot those weird hallucinations, and spin up alternatives. You've built presentations and defended your recommendations. But out there in the real business world, that defense happens every single day, with real money and real reputations on the line. And honestly, that exact struggle, hunting down hallucinations and defending your evidence, is what modern executives face constantly right now. Sure, an AI can spit out a gorgeous strategic plan or a flawless-looking financial forecast in seconds. But if that forecast is built on completely fabricated data, the AI isn't the one who gets fired, you do. The ultimate challenge we're facing is bridging that gap between rapid AI generation and ultimate human accountability.
So, here's our roadmap for today. We're going to cover the AI managerial mindset, practical AI in business, the jagged technological frontier, hallucinations and hidden risks, human-in-the-loop verification, and finally, a trustworthy AI decision framework.
All right, Section 1, the AI managerial mindset.
This brings us to a super common trap. The tech-first approach asks, hey, we have this shiny new AI tool, what on earth can we use it for? Well, that almost always leads to forced adoption and absolutely zero return on investment. Instead, we need a business-first approach that starts with the actual business problem. Take Coca-Cola, for example. You'd probably expect their AI strategy to be spearheaded by their chief technology officer, right? Actually, it's led by their CFO. Why? Because every single AI deployment has to make business sense, deliver real ROI, and align with long-term goals. Task-tool fit is literally everything. We have to know exactly when AI is useful, when it needs heavy verification, when it's risky, when it's misleading, or when it's just plain unnecessary.
Moving right along to Section 2, practical AI in business.
Because, let's face it, AI is actively at work everywhere right now. Over in finance, firms like Morgan Stanley are using it to crunch numbers, support complex calculations, and summarize massive market reports. Global giants are leveraging it in HR to draft communications and streamline hiring. In operations, it's doing inventory forecasting and automating warehouses. But it doesn't stop there. It's revolutionizing marketing through hyper-personalization and SEO. And it's even helping consultants and general management analyze massive data sets to generate strategic alternatives. Across the board, AI is doing the heavy lifting. But, and this is key, it's not just one single AI agent doing all this work.
See, the business world hasn't actually declared one universal AI winner. Instead, a whopping 81% of Global 2000 companies are using what we call a hybrid stack. They might use ChatGPT for rapid research, automations, or generating images. But then they'll route sensitive, long document drafting over to Claude because of its strict safety rails. They use Gemini for anything living inside Google Workspace because of its massive context window. Meanwhile, Copilot is deeply integrated into enterprise ecosystems. Perplexity is rapidly replacing traditional search for deep dive research, and Meta AI just keeps pushing the boundaries of what open source can do. The smartest managers don't pick a favorite child, they route the specific task to the specific tool best suited for it.
Which leads us to Section 3, the jagged technological frontier. Now this is fascinating. A massive study of over 700 consultants by BCG and Harvard revealed this concept, and it's a total game changer. Imagine a boundary line for AI capabilities. Inside the line are tasks AI does brilliantly. Outside are tasks where it completely fails. The problem? That boundary line isn't a smooth curve. It is completely jagged and honestly totally unintuitive. An AI might flawlessly execute a highly complex, multi-step analytical strategy, but then utterly fail at a seemingly simple administrative math problem. Tasks that look equally difficult to a human fall on entirely different sides of this invisible cliff.
So what happens when you cross that frontier? Well, inside the frontier, AI is like a rocket ship. That BCG study found consultants using AI completed 12.2% more tasks and did them 25.1% faster, with way higher quality. But outside the frontier, AI actually becomes a disruptor. When tackling tasks outside of AI's true capability, consultants using it were actually 19% less likely to produce correct solutions compared to those not using AI at all. Researchers call this falling asleep at the wheel. The AI spits out this highly polished, totally overconfident recommendation, often missing vital business context, and the human user just blindly accepts it, completely missing subtle but catastrophic errors.
And that brings us to Section 4, hallucinations and hidden risks.
77%. That is the proportion of businesses right now that are deeply concerned about the accuracy of AI outputs. And honestly, they absolutely should be. The global business losses tied to AI errors have reached into the billions recently. You have to remember, large language models don't retrieve verified truth the way a structured database does. They generate responses by predicting word patterns based on probabilities. They are literally designed to sound statistically likely, which means they can sound incredibly confident, even when they are completely dead wrong.
So when you're reviewing outputs, you've got to be on guard against two specific types of confidence traps. First, we have intrinsic hallucinations. This is when the AI actually contradicts the very source document you just gave it. Like, it summarizes a financial report but accidentally flips the numbers around, messing up the calculations. Then we have extrinsic hallucinations, and this is where things get wild. The AI just fabricates entirely new facts out of thin air. It invents fake academic citations, fake sources, or even non-existent legal case precedents. And the kicker? It delivers these fictions with perfect grammar and absolute certainty. If an executive takes an AI-generated forecast full of hallucinated data into a board meeting, well, the reputational damage is going to be severe.
All right, Section 5, human-in-the-loop verification.
Because of all these issues, bias, fairness concerns, privacy, transparency, and just the sheer need for explainability, human managerial judgment isn't being replaced by AI at all. It's actually more valuable than ever. To manage these risks safely, smart organizations integrate verification directly into their workflows through a human-in-the-loop model. The AI never, ever gets the final say. Take Morgan Stanley again. They use an AI tool to summarize client meetings. It generates notes and drafts follow-up emails, sure, but before anything enters the CRM or goes out to a client, a human financial advisor must review, adjust, and approve it. The AI does the heavy lifting, but the human acts as the critical filter, ensuring compliance and accuracy. Now, for higher volume, lower risk tasks, we look at a human-over-the-loop approach. In this setup, the system might operate autonomously, like automatically blocking suspected fraudulent transactions, but a human manager is constantly monitoring a dashboard of those actions. They're auditing outcomes, making sure the stakeholder impact remains positive, and stepping in immediately if the AI starts acting up. It's all about maintaining ultimate authority even when you're delegating tasks at a massive scale.
Finally, let's wrap up with Section 6, Trustworthy AI Decision Framework.
Before you delegate any task to an AI agent, you really need to actively run through this practical decision screen to guarantee accountability. Ask yourself, what exact problem am I solving? What would a good answer actually require? What evidence should the AI use? Is AI even appropriate for this specific task? What's going to need to be independently verified? What could realistically go wrong? And most importantly, what must remain a human decision and who remains accountable? If you don't know the exact answer to that last question, you really shouldn't be pressing enter on that prompt.
I'm going to leave you with this final thought because it perfectly sums up the mindset of an effective leader in this space. Do not ask only, can AI do this? Ask, should AI do this? What would make the result trustworthy? And who remains responsible? Mastering AI isn't just about technical skill. It is fundamentally about responsible human leadership. So, the next time you open an AI prompt box, ask yourself, are you just using the technology or are you actually leading it?